Hey everybody, it's Shaw Blackburn. Sorry for the false start. There's, I guess Zoom did an update, so it tells you now when it's recording you. It kind of unnerved me a little bit. So anyway, happy July 2nd. I hope you're all ready to enjoy a nice long holiday weekend. Um, and today is the July Tarot Chat and Munch, July 2nd, 2021. Our topic for today is the Suit of Pentacles. So I'm going to share my screen. I do know that you're able to see my little face in the corner, but let me get this screen share going. Dun-dun-dun. Here we go. The singing is always free. And here we are. So the Suit of Pentacles. Pentacles, this is our suit of money, tangible wealth, and family. So per usual, the usual, as they say these days, um, we have the ace through the 10 laid out, and then we have the page, the knight, the queen, and the king. So let's go over them quickly. I just want to resize my screen. I guess I'm not going to resize my screen. Anyway, pentacles are the direction of the north. They are the element of the earth. So when we think about the north, we think about things that are slow moving, things that are cold. Although I live in the Northeast and people in the Northeast tend to be very fast and gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. I guess that's how we're able to keep ourselves warm in the long winter months. Just kidding. I don't know. I have a wood stove. But anyway, it's all about like our wealth and our family. These are things that grow over time. These are things that take time and take care and take focus. So when we talk about the element, again, it's how you resonate with each element in these suits that's going to help you to connect. And if you follow an earth-based spiritual path, then the element of earth is going to mean something to you. The direction of the north is going to mean something to you. But for in terms of a reading, if somebody wants to know where, like a direction, a physical direction that they should go to, and you pull up a pentacle card, then you're going to tell them it's north of where they are. They need to head to the north or look to the north. When we look at the family of pentacles, we have our page, our knight, our queen, and our king. Now, these folks look like they're very calm, very laid back, and these represent your earth signs of Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Your page would represent a message about money, but also in terms of the speed with which this message would be delivered. This is a handwritten letter. This is something coming through the post office. This is something that's being delivered by hand, okay? Our Knight of Pentacles, he is still like all the knights. He's fearless. He's passionate about what he's doing, but he also represents a loan, a loan being repaid, your credit score improving. And then we move over to the Queen of Pentacles, and she has a very Mother Nature kind of look about her, right? She's got the rabbit here with her. She's got all the blossoming trees, and she looks like somebody who is enjoying the fruits of her labor. She is a really great mom in terms of the fact that she's very patient, she's very kind, she's very nurturing and loving. And much like Mother Nature, she can be very moody. She can, and her moods can last seemingly a lot longer than necessary. But and in terms of stability, the Queen of Pentacles is probably the most stable of all the queens. She has the tenacity or the stubbornness to get the job done, to see things through to their proper end. Then we look over here at the King of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles, again, if I was going to bank with somebody, I would probably bank with the King of Pentacles. He is the most trustworthy of all of our kings. He's the most steady. He's the most honest. He will not necessarily tell you the truth that you want to hear, but he will tell you what, quote unquote, the truth is. Okay, so that's our court cards. That's our family of pentacles. And then typical as the ace through the 10, 1 through 10, we know that the ace is a new beginning. It's the start of something. And then the 10 is the culmination of all of those things that we've worked on to get to that point. So when we talk about the story of the Pentacles, if we were to look at this as the story of someone, let's say this is a first-time home buyer. This is a great story for our Pentacles, okay? So our first-time home buyer at the Ace of Pentacles, I see this home. It's perfect. It's exactly where I want to be. It's exactly where I want to raise my family. I see so much potential there. So I'm going to purchase that home in spite of the fact that as we get to the 2, I know you can see my cursor, hopefully. Um, in spite of the fact that my credit is just good enough to buy this house, I'm just going to go ahead and buy it, you know. I'm going to trust that I'm going to have that money when I need to have that money, that I'm going to be able to get things repaired when I need to get things repaired. And I'm learning how to repair things on my own. I'm learning how to decorate. I'm learning how to fine tune. I've learned how to do some wiring, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, because I feel the need to hold on to my money. It took so much for me to be able to buy this home. I don't have the excess funds to be able to then send out money here, there, and everywhere else, you know? So I'm hanging on to my money. But eventually, something breaks and it sets me back a pretty penny, you know, because we knew at the 2, we were already in a precarious situation. So now here I am, financially, I'm just really struggling, you know, and I'm really concerned about how I'm going to make my mortgage payments. Well, in sweeps the refi and the refi guy comes in and he says, you know what, I can give you a good interest rate, maybe a little bit less than what you were paying on your mortgage, and let's go ahead and refinance that home, you know. So I agree and I say, okay, let's do that. And I understand that it shifts my mortgage back to 0, where I'm gonna have to start at 30 years again. But you know what? I need the money. I need to be able to have some expendable income. I need to be able to have some savings. And this time I promise I'm really going to pay attention to my finances, or maybe I'm just gonna, you know, hope that there's fruit on that tree and not really pay too much attention to the money that's flowing in and out, you know, just kind of trust that the money's going to be there. Isn't that how I got into this situation? Well, as it turns out, I used some of that money to fine tune my skills, to get a better job, to improve my money making, and I'm able to set myself up with a nice 401k, nice long-term benefits. I can do some gardening, and I start to really create a stable home around me, and it becomes such a stable home that this is the home that I leave to my children and my grandchildren, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And that's the story. That's just one of many stories that you can tell along with the Pentacles. So what I'd like you to do, of course, is I would like you to take your suit of Pentacles and lay them out ace through 10. I want you to see a story developing. Is it a story of a family coming together? Is it a story of a home purchase? Is it the story of how you purchased your home? Is it the story of how your children are looking to um, expand their family or looking to get married, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? Although we don't have a wedding card in here per se, this is the story of family. It's the story of wealth. It's the story of home. Um, you could look at this maybe even in terms of, I'm going to start an investment portfolio. I'm going to look into stocks and consider, who is the perspective of the story? Are you telling the story through the young eyes of the page, through the, I'm going to say arrogance, which isn't really right, but you know, through the fearless eyes of the knight, through the calm and trustworthy eyes of the queen, the nurturing queen, or through that solid, honest, steadfast, loyal banker, the king? Okay, so tell your story. Take some time to journal what that story looks like. Um, when you're done with that, it's going to be really important for you to now take all of your minor arcana cards and shuffle them in together. What I'd like you to do now, if you've been following along, is I'd like you to take all of the minor arcana. So this is going to be your swords, your rods, your cups, and now your pentacles. Shuffle them all up together. Um, I'm going to stop my screen share. Shuffle them all up together and take the time to lay out a 10 card story for yourself. Ideally, what you should do is pull all your court cards out. So all your pages, knights, queens, and kings, pull them out of the minor arcana and keep them in a separate pile. So you just have the ace through 10 of your 4 suits. Shuffle them together. That's the day-to-day life, right? Lay out your 10 cards in 2 rows of 5, and then shuffle through your court cards, all of your family cards. Shuffle through all of those and let the cards determine who the perspective of the story is from, okay? And take the time to journal what that story is. See if you can figure out what makes sense to you, how the story kind of plays out. And I would love it if you posted some of your stories back in the tarot study group. So the tarot study group circle is on the Enchanted Forest Spiritual Wellness Center Mighty Network. If that's something that you're interested in joining, you want to go to Enchanted Forest swc.com and sign up for the Mighty Network. Join us there. There's a lot of different circles that you can join on there. Some of them are marked as private. You can see them, but we don't have anything ready to go on those. And so that's why one of the reasons why they're private. Ultimately, the private ones will most likely end up being the paid membership circles. Anyway, join the tarot study group circle. And when you join that circle, then you can go back and refresh your memory, because that's where all of these videos are kept once they've been posted to our YouTube channel. All right. So I hope that you have a great long weekend. Celebrate your independence. Perhaps if you take the time this weekend to do your Tarot Chat and Munch homework, you can put a story together that circles around your fight for independence, your struggle for independence, and that's it. All right, this is Shaw Blackburn signing off for another Tarot Chat and Munch. Again, this is July 2nd, 2021, and we discussed the Suit of Pentacles. Thanks. Have a great day.